Prevention. Pneumococcal vaccine should be given to all splenectomized patients. Polyvalent pneumovac is given 2 to 3 weeks prior to surgery and soon after recovery from surgery, and it is repeated once in 5 years, given to patients older than 2 years. Other vaccines advised are meningococcal vaccine, only to those who travel with high risk, H. influenza B vaccine, to all whatever the age, once in 10 years. In malaria endemic areas, antimalarial prophylaxis is given for patients after splenectomy. B. Treatment of OPSI. XX antibiotics like cefpoaxime, ceftazidime, amikacin XX ventilatory support, ICU care, blood transfusion XX immunoglobulin transfusion XX nutrition, TPN, and maintaining of urine output. Note: OPSI is more common when splenectomy is done for malignancy or hematological diseases or done in young individuals. Usage of prophylactic penicillin, benzathine, is controversial in adult even though it is beneficial in children up to 16 years. OPSI can occur at any time after splenectomy. Drugs like erythromycin, amoxicillin are also used as prophylactic agents. Mortality in fully developed OPSI, hypotension, DIC, MODS, is 60%, very high. Patients who survived after OPSI with therapy may develop residual problems like gangrene of limbs, deafness, meningitis, mastoid osteomyelitis, heart valve destruction. 7% of OPSI cases have S. pneumoniae sepsis. Others are N. meningitis, H. influenza, Capnocytophaga canamosus after dog bite. PPV23 is the commonest vaccine used. Revaccination is done once in 5 years. Decline in pneumococcal antibody level may be the criteria for revaccination. Preservation of 25% of spleen is sufficient to protect against pneumococcal infection. So partial splenectomy is definitely helpful. Splenic autotransplantation into the omental pouch is under trial at present to reduce the chance of OPSI. Vaccine is best avoided during pregnancy. Prevention of OPSI XX lifelong prophylaxis using benzathine penicillin 12 to 24 lakh units, controversial in adults. XX pneumococcal vaccine given 2 to 3 weeks prior to splenectomy, 70% protection. XXH influenza B type vaccine XX meningococcal vaccine is given only to high-risk groups, as its effects are short-term. So it is not routinely given. Note: protection by vaccine is not completely guaranteed. Splenic artery aneurysm, most common intra-abdominal site for aneurysm after abdominal aorta. Most common in women, due to atherosclerosis. Congenital splenic artery aneurysm can occur. Splenic artery pseudoaneurysm, 10%, can occur after an attack of acute pancreatitis which may cause life-threatening rupture. Rupture of splenic artery may be intraperitoneal or into the stomach, colon and intestine. Calcified aneurysm rarely ruptures. Plain X-ray shows calcified lesion in 70% of cases. Contrast CT, angiogram are needed. B. Indication for surgery. XX greater than 2 cm diameter, symptomatic aneurysm. XX anticipating pregnancy. XX aneurysm identified during pregnancy should be operated before 3rd trimester. Treatment. Splenectomy with ligation of artery proximal to aneurysm. Splenic artery embolization under radiological guidance is also beneficial. Splenic abscess. It is uncommon but potentially fatal. Incidence is 0.7%. Precipitating factors. Endocarditis is commonest focus. AIDS, polycythemia, malignancy, sickle cell disease, splenic vein thrombosis, trauma, drug abuse, typhoid, osteomyelitis, puerperal sepsis, pancreatitis, otitis media. Organisms responsible: Staphylococcus, Streptococcus, Enterobacter, E. coli, Proteus, Klebsiella, Candida albicans, Mycobacterium tuberculosis in developing countries. Features: XX fever, pain in left hypochondrium, XX pain in left side of chest, left-sided pleural effusion, XX spleen when palpable is tender, need not move with respiration, XX single or multiple abscesses. 3/4 Investigation: ultrasound, ESR, chest X-ray, CT scan, blood culture. Treatment: high-dose antibiotics has to be started. In case of tuberculosis, ultrasound, CT scan guided aspiration of abscesses done, splenectomy. Note: splenic abscess can rupture causing peritonitis in left subphrenic abscess. Splenic abscess has 80% mortality in immunocompromised patients and 20% in an otherwise normal individual. 2/3 road of splenic abscesses in adults are single and 1/3 road are multiple. In children 1/3 road are single, 2/3 road are multiple. Solitary abscess responds well for guided aspirations, whereas multiple abscesses need splenectomy. Hypersplenism: it is overactivity of spleen causing pancytopenia with more of hypercellular bone marrow. It is splenomegaly with defect in any peripheral cell line with anemia, Hb% less than 8 grams, normocytic, normochromic, total WBC count less than 3.5 times 109 per liter, platelet count less than 150 times 109 per liter. Causes: primary hypersplenism, portal hypertension, malaria, Kala Azar, schistosomiasis, tuberculosis, myeloproliferative disorders. Symptomatic hypersplenism is the one with transfusion-dependent anemia, recurrent infections, spontaneous bleeding episodes like epistaxis, bleeding gum, menorrhagia. Splenomegaly in portal hypertension is not just related to portal pressure or varicose grade, it is congestive hyperplastic. Peripheral blood smear, complete blood count, bone marrow aspiration, US abdomen, liver function test, LFT, investigations relevant to condition are done. Treatment: treat the cause. Hypersplenism often requires splenectomy. Splenectomy with proximal splenorenal shunt in portal hypertension. Total splenic artery embolization. Splenectomy with splenic autotransplantation may be beneficial. Splenic cyst. Splenic cysts can be 1. True primary cyst, 20%. It can be non-parasitic, simple congenital cysts, epidermoid cysts, 75% of non-parasitic cysts. It is common in third decade, usually lined by squamous epithelium. Even though they are truly benign without malignant potential, they often show plus wafer CA19-9 and SA. Usually they are asymptomatic, but may present with splenic mass with pain, chest pain and left shoulder pain usually when cyst attains more than 8 cm in size. Occasionally sepsis, rupture and bleeding in a cyst can occur. Parasitic, hydatid, one should look for associated liver hydatids. CT abdomen confirms the diagnosis. It is treated with splenectomy. Care should be taken not to spill or rupture during surgery. 2. Pseudocyst, secondary cysts, 80%. They are due to old trauma, malaria, tuberculosis, infectious mononucleosis, old parenchymal hematoma and syphilis. They are not epithelial lined. They are smooth, unilocular, thick-walled. Initially treatment is guided percutaneous drainage or partial splenectomy. Splenectomy is done when entire spleen is involved with pseudocyst. Note: commonest primary splenic neoplasm is hemangioma, littoral cell angioma is rare splenic tumor, lymphangioma, inflammatory pseudotumors are rare splenic tumors. Hodgkin's lymphoma commonly involves spleen, secondaries in spleen are rare. Occasionally spread can occur from lungs, stomach, pancreas, breast, melanoma. Primary malignant splenic tumors are exceedingly rare. Angiosarcoma is the most common primary tumor. Wandering spleen is due to failure to form suspensory ligaments of spleen so that the spleen is not fixed in position. It is due to failure of dorsal mesogastrium to fuse with the posterior abdominal wall. It shows long splenic pedicle. It is prone for torsion and recurrent ischemia. It is common in females. CT scan is diagnostic. If there is no ischemia, splenopexy is done. If there is ischemia which is confirmed by absence of perfusion in CT scan, splenectomy is done.